Hey everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO weekly news update. Lots of things happened in the world of LEGO this week. The Crest set was revealed from New York Toy Fair. This was an inevitability. Everybody knew that this was going to get made, and I think LEGO did a pretty good job knocking it out. We'll take a deeper dive, take a closer look at the set. Also, the Minions sets that have been getting teased for the past many months for the Rise of Gru movie. Those sets have been revealed. There's one, a very large sort of brick-built fig set that I actually really like. It looks pretty darn good. And also a Ideas bowling alley has gotten those 10,000 votes of support. And it took a really long time for that one to get voted through. So that would actually be kind of cool if it ended up getting approved way later down the line. There's a few other stories as well that I think you guys should stick around for. But first, like always, before we jump in, what did we put up in the web store this week?
The custom build up in the web store this week is actually a series of several small builds. We're calling it Nano Scale. And what essentially it is a pack of ships to build out fleets for the Rebels and the Empire. It scales with 2 Impaired's Eviscerator Star Destroyer, and all of these ships were indeed designed by the same guy. The fleet includes the Nebulon B CR-90 Corvette, as well as the GR-75, and then for the Empire we have the Architans, Gozanti, and some TIE Fighters. There's also extras that include a Millennium Falcon, Ghost, TIE Bomber, and Shuttle, and there's also an Explodey TIE Fighter too. And it was really fun creating a battle scene around the absolutely amazing giant Star Destroyer at the end of the episode. If you want to buy instructions, you can check us out at our web store, www.brickvault.toys. The video is also linked in the description below, and let's jump into the first story of the week. Everybody has been buzzing like crazy since the news dropped. And yes, LEGO finally did it. We have the Crest. It is set number 75292, has 1,023 pieces. It's rated for ages 10 and up, and is currently selling for $129.99. It's actually already up for pre-order. Sets start to ship on September 1st, and I think they did a pretty solid job knocking out the details for a play-scale version of this ship. The cockpit printed piece is by far my favorite because it'll be useful for another custom build. And I like that they went with dark tan for the highlights on the side. The engines look awesome. The use of those inverted 1x2 slopes is great. You get a ton of them in that set, which is fun. That's a pretty useful piece, especially in light bluish gray. And wait a second, I'm getting hung up on details that you don't care about because there's a baby Yoda, little baby fig. The body is the same as a regular baby fig, but they made a baby Yoda head mold, which is pretty dope. And I like how even on the pre-order page for the LEGO website, they don't even have a close-up picture of other figs there. It's just the Crest with the full set, and then a giant picture of baby Yoda. The Mandalorian fig looks like the same guy that we got from the last set. Greef Karga looks really good as a fig. We get a Scout Trooper that I think is not exclusive. He looks pretty much the same as the last guy. And then there is IG-11. I haven't taken a close look at the sticker and or print that is the top of the head there, but I'm going to assume it's slightly different from IG-88, so that is also an exclusive guy to get. Interesting that they don't have a full lineup of interior shots. I know this thing is going to be able to open up, and usually when LEGO starts a pre-sale for something, and it's like on the official website, you'll see more official pictures, but that is the only thing that they've released with this, which is kind of interesting. Definitely a solid play scale set. Price seems about right for what you get, at least not unexpected by any means. And then also pre-order sales have started for the Mandalorian and the Child Brickheads, which we talked about last week. This is going to ship August 1st, and it sells for $19.99. Hopefully this is enough to keep people held over until Mandalorian Season 2, and personally I don't see why LEGO just doesn't make an entire Mandalorian wave of sets, because holy guacamole, I feel like those would sell so well. Now the next big story of the week, also a reveal from New York Toy Fair, is that LEGO has officially revealed the Minions line, and this is a really interesting line for LEGO to produce because I think this may be the first time that there was a license that belonged to Mega Bloks that they no longer have, and now LEGO has it, because there's a lot of Mega Bloks sets that have been out in the past, and I was always interested to see how LEGO would approach the same theme, but just LEGO-ified and not Mega Bloksified. Honestly, I think they did a pretty good job knocking these sets out. This is in conjunction for the Rise of Gru movie that's coming out at some point, but the figs themselves actually look pretty good, and I think they can integrate well enough within Lego bricks. They're a little bit more stylized than maybe the average custom-made figure. This one by far is my favorite. It's called BrickVault Minions and their layer set number 7551, and if you guys want, you can check out the picture of the Mega Blocks set where they have another similar kind of set where they have a big old brick-built minion guy too, and personally I think this build is way better. Also, you get two of the guys. Kind of reminds me of that SpongeBob set that we have, but also the quality is still pretty rock solid. The macaroni pieces are molded in yellow for maybe not the first time, but it's awesome that we get those pieces in yellow. And then very quickly, I'll just rattle off the names to you guys. This is the Minions Kung Fu Battle set. It's 310 pieces. Then there's the Unstoppable Bike Chase set, 136 pieces. The build here, frankly, looks pretty bad. And then we've got the Minion Pilot in Training set, which feels almost like a junior set. In fact, I don't think this is from the 4 and up line, but this set kind of looks like it could be. And then also the Minions in Gru's Lab set, 87 pieces, feels sort of similar. Oh, wait a second, I just read through some of the descriptions a little closer. These are actually 4 and up sets, though I don't think the brick-built one here that I like a lot is labeled for ages. I can't see. So actually, yeah, that makes sense. This would be for juniors line 4 and up. And now we're taking a look at the Retro Bowling Alley, the latest set from Ideas to get those 10,000 votes of support, and it has now officially entered the review stage for 2020. This is one of those builds that was entered in forever ago. I can see from the comments that the designer Astronaut Avila got their first 100 supporters on January 1st, 2018, so this has been around for quite a long time. I thought it looked familiar, but it is one of those sets that just creeped on in. Personally, I think it's a pretty cool set. The interior is awesome, and the exterior has just one of those classic bowling alley looks. I've got that dream sequence song from The Big Lebowski kind of stuck in my head as I look at these pictures, and the interior for sure has just such a classic bowling alley feel with those really bright blue seats. I know when it comes to modular creator sets, it's gotta look amazing on the outside. People in general don't care as much about the interiors, I've noticed from people touring our city, for example. Everybody cares about the coolest, flashiest, most interesting buildings on the outside. So my guess is that if this gets accepted into Ideas, it might have the roof, or some part of it might be snazzed up just a little bit in order to make it look a little bit more visually appealing on the outside. That's just a guess of mine. Personally, I hope a set like this does get accepted though. It looks to be built on two 32x32 base plates, so it definitely can integrate into a modular city, which is a big plus. And let's check out some official pictures of some new little sets coming down the line. This is the Fairground Minifigure accessory set, 51 pieces, sells for $12.99. It's basically like a slightly cheaper battle pack. The packaging is kind of interesting, and I'm pretty sure the prints for 3 of those torsos are exclusive. I like the little blue bears, and it's just kind of a fun little add-on accessory. There are a lot of different Fairground sets, and these are some nice figs that would help bolster a much larger diorama. It's going to be released March 1st. And then also on the same day with the same kind of style packaging, we have the Ninjago Golden Zane accessory set. There's a few Ninjroid figs. I'm not sure which ones are going to count at the end of the day as exclusives, but the same price and a couple of little builds. Nothing that looks particularly great here, just my personal opinion. This Train polybag has been found at Target, according to Alan Tran at thebrickfan.com. It's definitely a fun little creator polybag for sure. And then from Lucky Bricks, there's a bunch of new pictures of Friends Play Cubes. The packaging is the same kind as the Ninjago spinners in terms of shape, and these are just a bunch of the pics of these new Friends sets.
Alright, that is going to be it for this episode, everybody. Remember to tune in same time next week for another LEGO Weekly News Update. Top 10 mocks of the week is going to be tomorrow, so you guys should check that episode out. We have weekend tours if you guys want to actually see the physical space, all the custom builds, the collections of minifigs and giant dioramas. That's also a thing. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.
Hey, if you like seeing our LEGO creations and or collections online, they're even more impressive in person. Our LEGO studio in San Diego is now open on the weekends. Click the link in the description below for more information or if you want to schedule a tour.